Welcome back to Tea Time with Tat, where the tea is always hot. You know, I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back. I left, and when I left, I had 20 something subscribers. Now I'm at 6 something. Before I start telling the story, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing. And I left with 400 something views, came back to 16,000. So just want to thank everybody for watching, all the comments. Thank you everybody for showing love. Everyone who shared, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And as you can see, I'm coming to you from a new setting. Still my room. I'm just in the bed. I'm giving you more so realness, you know, aside from my face being beat. This is just me in my natural state. Like, my channel will not only be story times. I am going to go back to my makeup tutorials. I had another channel where I was doing just makeup. I'm going to combine them both. So you'll get makeup tutorials, you'll get ready with me videos, you'll get plenty of story times because I know you guys love that. You'll also get hauls. So when I shop, I'll be showing you guys the things that I bought, and we'll go from there. Whatever comes about, you know? So, time to spill the motherfucking tea, okay? This story takes place in my freshman year of high school. So, it was 9th grade. I was 15 years old. And, you know, I'm trying to do what I want to do or whatever. In high school, well, I told you guys a story already about me in high school, how me and Chanel were like this, but I also had someone who I was like this with. We were more so best friends. Chanel was more so my sister. If you go back to my first fight in high school story time, basically our friendship was more so just down for whatever. Like, if I wanted to do something and Summer didn't even cross Summer's mind, and I say, yo, Summer, let's do this, but she was down, like. Or if someone didn't know what kind of decision to make, she would be like, oh, Tyler, what you think? And I'd be like, bitch, do it. Like, we didn't have no care in high school. Like, it was just that. This is around the time, like, when Instagram came about, but I personally was not using Instagram like that. I was still on Facebook. You know, like, niggas slide in your DM or whatever. You might not link them until you know that they're not a catfish. I did my ones and twos. I made sure Shorty wasn't a catfish. At this point in time, everybody was, like, meeting their partners on the internet. It was like Facebook and Instagram was like the Tinder of that time. Like, you know, like niggas they shot in your DM, niggas slid in your DM on Instagram, like 3 pictures, that kind of shit. Like, you knew they wanted you. So he requested me on Facebook. I left it there at first. And he was cute. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, so I approved his request or whatever, and then we start like chopping it up in the DM. First time he wrote me, it was regular, like, what's up? So I ain't answer. I'm like, oh, he don't care about the kid. Like, he don't want me. Because, you know, like, if a nigga wants you, he not going to be on some what's up. He going to be like,
hey, beautiful, like, I saw your picture and I just want to know.
Like, that kind of shit. So I left him there. Then he kept writing me, like, what's up? Like, hey, how you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, that kind of stuff. So then I finally answered. I'm like, hey. And, you know, we start chopping it up, giving all the specs, your name, your birthday, your sign, you know, what you like to do, all that kind of stuff. And I was reciprocating the question back. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, we spoke on the phone. We FaceTimed. At the time, I had an iPhone 5C. So, yeah, I made sure he was real, like, you know. And then before I even went to, like, see him or anything like that, I made sure he wasn't crazy. For the most part. Boom. We start exchanging like more personal information, like where you live at and stuff like that. So probably like 3 months go by of us just talking on the phone and stuff like that. And he like, oh, pull up. Like, well, I'm like, I got school. Oh, keep in mind, I'm 15, he's 17 or 18, one or the other. He was trapping and rapping, doing what he wanted to do. For those who don't know what trapping is, just he was the hood pharmacist. Okay, I ain't really care because I wasn't. You know, I'm 15. I'm not looking for a husband. I don't give a fuck what you do in your personal life. Like, I was not looking to be this man's girlfriend. We were just vibing, really. He had school, I had school. So the only time I was going to see him was really during school hours. And my mama is strict AF. Like, she was not playing that. And then after school, I worked. So it was like I would never have time to see him unless it was during school. By the way, I do not condone anyone cutting school to see a nigga. Bitch, get your education. But I'm smart, so, you know, I could miss a day or so. I go to school, whatever. I chop it up with some. I'm like, yo, you think I should go?
Keep in mind,
this man lives in Sheepshead Bay. Like, I live in Harlem. If you're from New York, think about the traveling I had to do, okay? This nigga is all the way in Westfuck, Bubblefuck, Brooklyn. I'm all the way in civilization. This nigga live in damn near Africa at this point. This whole story is just fuckery. Let me tell y'all that before I get into it, like, all the way. I'm like, yo, Summer, you think I should go? She like, bitch, go ahead. Mind you, Summer's from Brooklyn. Summer is from Flatbush. So she like, that's far, but bitch, go. Because, you know, Brooklyn niggas is high. She bigging up her town. So I'm like, yeah, Brooklyn niggas is cool or whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to leave after third period. So in my high school, they only took attendance second period. Once you got marked for second period, you were marked present for the day, which was dumb AF. They should have did that shit 8th period because everybody left after third. So third period comes, second period comes, I get my attendance. Third period comes and I leave. Like, me and my security guard, school safety, whatever the fuck you want to call them, we were like this. Them bitches didn't care about nothing I did. They used to let me leave out for lunch. We did not get released for lunch. We had to go in the lunchroom, and if you eat school lunch, then you eat school lunch. If not, then your ass is hungry until you get out. So they let me leave. I obviously never came back. So I go to the Q train, and I take that shit all the way or the end. But I don't even know. I ain't been to Sheepshead Bay since then. Like, the fuck? So I get on the Q, the end, the whatever train it is, and I go all the way to Sheepshead Bay. So on the way there, the train goes outside at some point. So I'm texting him. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way or whatever. At first he wasn't answering, so I'm like, damn, should I turn around and go back to school? Like, so, and then finally he answers after like 2 train stops. So he like, let me know when you get off the train. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking that the nigga live right there or something. Y'all, let me tell y'all the foolishness. Absolutely not. I get off the train, there's bear cabs in front of the train station, and they are fiending like, taxi, 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 taxi. I'm like, so I call him. I'm like, I'm at the train station. He like, all right, take a cab and give them this address, and then when you get out, and pay for your cab. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, mind you, I'm a working woman at this age. I've been working since I was 13. I had money. I ain't need him to pay for my cab, but you asked me to come over here, so you gonna pay for this damn cab, you know? Then you ain't even tell me that I had to take a cab. So what if I ain't have no money on me? I get in the cab, I take the cab to where he going. I'm texting someone the whole time, like, bitch, if I go missing, I'm in this taxi, plate number T da 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 C. So I'm like, I got you. I'm like, I'm wearing X, Y, and Z. I'm taking pictures of myself. I'm like, girl, his name is such and such, his address is such and such. I'm like, if I go missing, let my mama know. I'm like, she gonna be mad, but just tell her, don't hide out, don't hold no information back. Like, just make sure you tell her. FYI, I would never date a Brooklyn nigga again. I am sorry. I am traumatized to the max. Like, so I get out the cab or whatever. This man is exactly what he was cracked up to be on the internet. He was 6'2", cute, and gangster. So at 15, I'm like, oh yeah, I got me a gangster. Like,
bitch, nah. Anyways,
we go in the house. I think he was actually 17 because his parents were still kind of strict and they were older. I say like 65, pushing almost 70, both mom and dad. So they kept saying, oh, stay in the living room, but I was not there to do any of the extra, okay? I'm not that kind of girl, like I've been telling y'all. So I went there to literally just see him, to see if he was who he was. Although that was a big ass risk. And a bitch could have died, like, the fuck? He introduced me to his parents. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. Like, I did not come here to meet your family, bro. We're in the living room or whatever. His parents kept saying, stay in the living room, stay in the living room. The living room is here. The kitchen is literally, like, right there. As soon as you come in the house, you gotta walk through the kitchen to get in the living room. His parents, I kid you not, sat in that living room the whole damn time. Like, the whole time. So I'm like, whatever. They were legit watching us. Like, his mother got up to wash the dishes, which involved her turning her back. His father gonna get up and sit basically across from us. I guess they got tired at some point throughout the day. We're gonna name him Crazy. They were like, Crazy, don't leave the living room or whatever. So he like, alright, ma, alright, pop. Like, they go in the room. We're just sitting there. He like, let's go in the room. I'm like, for what? Like, nope, not happening. Not that kind of girl. See you never. Sorry, papa. So he like, I want to show you something. I'm like, show me what? Like, girl. He like, it's in my room. Girl, why this man? He like, look out the window. So I'm looking out the window. I don't see nothing but a bunch of hood niggas out there. Like, I could look out my project window and see a bunch of hood niggas too if I wanted to. If this was the case, I could have stayed my ass in school and waited until 1 something when I got out, 1:15, and then came home to look out my project window to see the hood niggas. Like, he like, alright, turn around. I'm thinking it's a gift or something. I close my damn eyes and turn around. Why this man got his piece backed out? The piece of his pants. So I'm like,
Crazy. You put me here thinking you was gonna get some, and that's not the kind of girl I am.
Like, I'm really going off. So as I'm like walking out his room, I'm like walking to the front door. He like,
Come on, why you acting like that?
I'm like, boy, I told you off rip, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not here for that. 2 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go because I gotta go to work. I guess he ain't want me to leave because he started talking about some, oh, call out and I'm gonna give you money for the day. The fuck I look like a prostitute to you? Bitch, give me money for what? When I can go to work and get my own money. So you thought you was gonna give me money and I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna bust it open. Nigga, nah, the fuck? I'm not calling out, so I'm leaving. So I may call me a cab. Mind you, in this area, y'all, you cannot catch, there's no stand outside like taxi. You cannot catch a cab. You gotta call one and just hope and pray that there's one available. And these bitches on this, at the taxi center thing, them bitches is rude. You call and they be like,
Call service.
first of all, what happened to, hello, thank you for calling Sheep's Head Car Service. What can I do for you? Or what's your location? What happened to that? And they don't even say, hold on. They don't say, give me 1 second. Let me see what I have of it. They don't say nothing. They just click over. Like, and then you wait for them to come back. And them bitches be like, sorry, none available. Click. Rude bitches. Or y'all need to be fired. Fired, okay? I think his ass was lying because he kept hanging up too fast. He like, they ain't got nothing available. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What you mean they don't got nothing available? I can understand like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, but it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You lying. You is cold lying. I'm texting someone like, what's car services number? And she said, and she like, girl, I don't live over there. I'm like, bitch, Google one and find one so I can get back home. You find one or whatever. Now I'm calling. I'm like, what's the address? So he not trying to tell me. So I'm walking up to any building. Like, let me get a call to 1974 Sheep's Head Ave. Finally, one comes. This nigga is not trying to let me get in the cab. I can see the cab from the front of the building. And he's legit, like, throwing me over his shoulder. Like, trying to take me back in the house. So I'm, like, kicking and screaming. I'm like,
Let me go.
this nigga was dead trying to kill me, y'all. Kill me, kidnap me, hold me hostage, everything. He picks me up, throws me over his shoulder, legit trying to open the building door. The cab driver got out the cab and all that to walk around because the front of the building was facing the inside of the project. So if you walk a little distance, you could see if someone's standing there. So I kind of see him like peek. So I'm like yelling and shit. Good thing the cab driver was a good man because he came to me. He like, was it you who called the cab? I'm like, yes, help me, please. So this nigga is like pulling me by my hair. He like, bro, like go back in the cab. Like, she not going. I'm like, yes, I am, mister. Help me. I'm like, if you don't want to help me, then call the cops and help them help. The cab driver, like, the African man, he just let her go. I'm like, please, like, I'm like, if this man do not get me out the situation, I am not making it home to my mother, like, at all whatsoever. Finally, this nigga decides to put me down. As I'm in the train station, I am getting blown up on social media. Like, Instagram, I don't know how this nigga found my Instagram. It was not linked to my Facebook, so I don't know how. I'm getting blown up on Facebook, Facebook Messenger. My wall is being blown up. My phone number is being blown up by several different people. They all like, bitch, you a hoe. They writing on my wall like, this bitch is a hoe. They writing in my DM like, bitch, when I catch you, you better hope I'm never in Harlem. Keep in mind that this man's Facebook name was his name and then the shooter. That should have been my damn red flag right there. If this nigga took some, he a shooter in 2011, you know this nigga is legit retarded. Like, I'm like blocking everybody, deleting everything. And one of them bitches, they was pure gangbanging. I get back to the city and I'm telling someone like, bitch, you set me up with this crazy ass nigga. I'm like, never again will I deal with a nigga from Brooklyn. She like, well, you did go to Sheepshead Bay and it's kind of dangerous over there. I'm like, so you didn't want to tell me that before I got there, you dummy? Like, she like, well, I mean, he looked nice. Girl, Bob, absolutely not. Sorry, see you never. So if you're from Brooklyn, no. And that was the time I cut school to see a nigga, you know, which will never fucking happen again. And ladies, don't do it. Take your ass to school. Cause I could have dead went missing, you know. Like he could have got me. If the cab driver ain't come look, I'd have been gone, lost in the sauce. You know. Hell no, never again.